Right, water signs, this is your weekly reading. It is the 11th of August. This week I'm starting with Cancer, and then Pisces, and then Scorpio. On the dice I do have Cancer, which is why I started with Cancer, so it may be a particularly powerful week for you, Cancer. Or you may be dealing with a Cancer, or you may want to look at where Cancer is in your chart, but Cancer also represents the mother, the family, the fourth house, so possibly those are issues that are not issues, but themes that may be in play this week. You also have Jupiter, really positive planet, and in the first house. So some sort of maybe good personal luck coming through this week. It does look like a really good reading for you all, I have to say. The first house is the house of self, the house of the body, your external image to the world. So I'm going to start with Cancer, yes. Cancer, 3 oracle cards all came out together. You've got Brother Raccoon, a safe place for you to go, which is a 4. The natural world needs you, 44. And Pose Great Brave Flight, 26. You will not let fear stop you this time. So I think basically a safe place to go. This can sometimes speak of a retreat. Now you may literally be heading off on a camping trip or going somewhere that's away from the city, away from a lot of people, or just going to visit someone and possibly a brother. I do feel a lot of sibling energy coming through this week for all the water signs, and it may literally involve a flight, or it's something that you've maybe put off doing. That for some reason you have enough, strength or bravery to do. Maybe you just don't like to fly, but there is something. Pose Brave Flight comes through when you're being presented with a similar situation to one that you've possibly rejected in the past, or haven't had the courage to take that route. So you may just literally be going away to see someone this week here. You've got Appreciation, which was the first card that came up for Aries as well. This is mindfulness, this is thank you, this is being grateful. I think the Queen of Cups is your energy with you being Cancer and obviously being a water sign. You may be dealing with an air sign this week. I'm actually saying that you're grateful here for patience, with the 7 of Pentacles coming up in between you. They're grateful for you being patient with them, or you're grateful for, vice versa. And it could be an air sign that you're dealing with the King of Swords here. This is a really peaceful energy here. The Archangel Metatron, who is your 6 chakras, this is your third eye. This is your ability to see something coming down the pipe here. Is a lot of clarity of thought. It can obviously speak of like a personal vision, for yourself, or like new perceptions coming online in that department. It is the gift of foresight here, and there is a new beginning here, but one that's been handled, not handled with care maybe, but it's something new, maybe on the work front. There may be like a job offer coming through this week. I'm just seeing it as a new beginning, but one that is it's very, very slow. I don't want to say that somebody's just taking it slow. It doesn't feel like that. It almost feels like a certain amount of tenderness that's coming through. Like, I don't know. I'm struggling. I am struggling with words, as you probably already know if you listen to the fire signs reading. It feels like a very nurturing energy to me. It's not patronising. It's just incredibly caring, basically. There is someone here, and it might be your brother or someone that you're going to see, and there's just enormous gratitude for maybe patience, or the fact that this maybe new beginning is one that someone is allowing someone to take at their own pace, and that pace is going to be very, very slow, because they don't want to make any mistakes here. Nobody wants to get anything wrong here. Nobody wants to miss anything important. There's a savouring energy about this connection, and it might literally be that you're just going to see someone and you're going to spend a few days with them, and I've got this image of like a log or a wood cabin, either on the beach or in the forest, and it's just incredibly peaceful, and it just feels like a breath of fresh air here. And there's real gratitude for whatever this safe space or haven is, and a feeling that nobody wants to rush anything. There's no exuberance, there's no like excitement. it's relaxing and it's nurturing, and it's been savoured, this connection this week. Anxiety is in reverse here, which is lovely. So it suggests, like, you know, any sort of fear or anxiety that have held you back before are very much dissipating here. And it's literally been healed with the Star and the Nine of Swords. So whatever this step is, whatever this fear is, it is being overcome. It is being healed, and it may well come through as literally, you know, like a wish being fulfilled. The Seven of Swords is at the base of the deck here, so this might be like what is discussed this week. There is some sort of lie. There may have been like an avoidance, you know, connecting or coming together. It could be a family member, or, you know, your own partner with the Four of Wands here. It's slightly a masculine, but there may be like some sort of lie about marriage, or, you know, your own father. I don't know. I'm just getting an incredibly peaceful energy. It feels like quite a cathartic week. There may be a lot to discuss. There's nothing rash about it. It's just incredibly caring and incredibly healing. I really do feel. But what is being healed is, you know, someone's stress. Maybe someone, you know, confesses something, but it's just incredibly positive. And I don't really know if I want to take a great deal more on it. Should we just see where you're going? Let's have a look. Tell me about Poe's Brave Flight. Tell me about Poe's Brave Flight for Cancer. Poe's Brave Flight for Cancer. Oh my gosh, it's soulmates. Now again, it doesn't have to be, you know, a romantic partner. You can be soulmates with your kids, with your, you know, brother and sister. But it is a partnership. Show me, why is this anxiety? What is this anxiety that's been healed? Why is the anxiety here for Cancer? What is the anxiety over? Show me the anxiety that's been healed. Twin flames. Reiki. And an engagement ring. Okay, do have a wee snake under there. And that may be something to do with what that Seven of Swords is. And there may have been, like, you know, competition, or there may have been like interference in your connection. But it's coming together this week, basically, Cancer. Whoever your soulmate is or your twin flame is, somebody is not, this stress, this anxiety, this worry is going to be healed. Because there is a vision for the future here. And it's one that's going to be treated very, very carefully, very kindly. And, you know, it's going to be built properly, where maybe it wasn't in the past. But yeah, you do have some, you know, ear clearing to go on here about some sort of maybe betrayal, or maybe a deception in the past, or maybe there was someone else in the mix. But it looks really lovely. I'm going to take you some advice, Cancer. Advice for Cancer for the next 7 days. Advice for Cancer for the next 7 days. The Stag. Trust and thrive. This is usually masculine energy. It's about, you know, taking control. Emperor. Advice for Cancer. Be open to healing information with the Medicine Guardian. And this is a, is it a caduceus? I don't know why, but I always associate that with twin flames as well. This is an incredibly healing week for whatever this connection is here. And once the healing's done, there might be a wee bit of passion as well, which is always nice. There you go, Cancer. That is your reading. And moving on to Pisces. Pisces, you have a time to say goodbye. Something is about to end for now. And Poe, which is a time for change, to learn something new, to use technology and gadgets with wisdom. Really, the only message, or the strongest message I got from that, was to say that this is a week where you're going to be switching off the internet. But you really don't want to speak to anybody, I don't think. You may be doing some research on the internet here, because that's what Poe is about. She's about learning about new websites. Excuse me a second. Could you just wheel that out of here? Because it's hugely distracting that you keep popping in and out. There's a wheel. Sorry. Yeah, but I'm just thinking that this is like a switch off week. This is a week where you don't want to engage. I'm actually saying that this might be you and your partner that are both feeling the same way here, because I have both the King of Cups in reverse. Actually, that's the Knight of Cups in reverse, and the Queen of Cups, but that's how I saw it, as there is like a family connection here, or it is literally you and your partner, and you just want to like switch off from the world. The World card is in reverse. It's not a week when you're going to be traveling. You're not going to be doing like, you know, anything busy or active, or, you know, expanding your business. It's honestly, because there's an issue here, and it is that there's an issue at home with the happy family being in reverse here. Obviously it can speak of a breakup. I'm not really seeing that. I'm just seeing that there is I don't know, I'm just feeling that there's at least two people here, possibly three, that just need to, like, you know, shut everything down for a week, you know, because there is a family issue that needs to be addressed. The Knight of Cups being in reverse is someone who can, that both of these people are out with their energy, basically. Maybe not feeling the love. I'm actually just feeling it's that this is like emotional overwhelm, you know. But there is someone here, and it may well be you, who is the thinking woman. So we have got some clear-headed energy here. There's someone who is, you know, thinking things logically, because I do think there's a lot of emotional overwhelm here, and she's come through as the Messiah. So she's someone who serves humanity with humility. So there's someone here who is able to manage the week, if you like. Well, other people maybe are not. And she is literally the magician with the Wheel of Fortune here. She is, you know, the mover and the shaker. She's someone that's making everything happen. She's taking control of whatever is going on, maybe within this connection or within this family. Now, there may well be that, you know, the Ace of Swords being in reverse may be that there's some sort of lie here. I'm not really getting that. I'm just feeling this is a lack of energy to even, like, you know, source anything, to find anything out. Someone, there's a couple here really that just want to switch off, and, you know, there might just be somebody that comes in to, like, take the reins for a week, take care of the kids for a week, something like that. But the Magician and the Wheel of Fortune is hugely positive. It speaks about big sweeping changes. Someone's taking control. Someone's got a very level head here, and are incredibly helpful. And there's someone within this family unit, because there are at least another two people here who are not quite coping. And it may be that there has been some sadness here, that something has ended, and, you know, they need a time out to process this emotion. So there's someone coming in here to, you know, sort of steer the boat for the time being, because at least, as I say, two individuals, maybe more, need to sort of have a time out. I just want to look at the Wheel of Fortune, I think. No, it's not that. Tell me more about the Wheel of Fortune with the Magician on this thinking woman. Tell me more about the Wheel of Fortune and the Magician for the thinking woman in the Pisces reading. Tell me about the Magician and the Wheel of Fortune. Oh gosh, yeah. She's the fairy godmother. This is literally, you know, an absolute... She's a gift. She is good fortune, but she's also very, she's a bit of last minute rescues. It's a touch of fairy magic when she comes around. This is somebody who's going to come in. It is an actual person, and kind of, as I say, steer the ship, take the reins. She's going to come in. She's the fairy fucking godmother. I'm actually seeing Nanny McPhee. I hope you've seen Nanny McPhee. And obviously there's all these kids, and it's bedlam, and the mother can't really cope. And Nanny McPhee comes in, and she just waves her magic wand and stomps down her stick, and yeah, takes complete control. And it's just, everyone can relax because somebody has got the con and they know how to do it. So let me take you some advice, Pisces, for the next 7 days. Pisces for the next 7 days. Oh, crikey. Pisces for the next 7 days. Yeah, I mean, there's someone is super emotional here, because she actually came out in reverse. I don't read them in reverse. The water guardian is connect with your emotions. There's emotions that need to be processed here, and it's just a matter of time, and they have to be kind of like, you know, just allowed, you know, to come up and be dealt with. And there's the mirror guardian. Take time to reflect. More water and peace. Embrace peace. So I really do feel there's one, maybe two people here, as I say, who just need a complete time out. They've got something they need to process. They need to disconnect from the world. And there is going to be someone who's coming in here who's going to help them this week. And moving on to Scorpio. Now, Scorpio. Frog Princess. Heed wise counsel and little brother, little sister, siblings, younger friends and responsibility. So you might actually be getting some advice from maybe an elder. Doesn't need to be. It may even be from your own brother, from your own sister here. But the heed wise counsel, the Frog Princess comes in to tell you that you do need to take advice. Even though you think you might have it under control and nobody could know, you know, any better than you or handle it any better than you, this card is telling you quite the opposite. This card is saying you need to get a second opinion at the very least for what it is you're dealing with here. And you may want to speak to, you know, your siblings, or maybe it's your children. But there is something you need to speak to. You need to take advice on from someone else. So you've got the third chakra, which is your solar plexus. This is about drive, will, determination. I mean, this is a really good reading ultimately, but the drive, if you like, the will, the direction you want to go in, the confidence that you're building is in connection with new love. I think you maybe want to, you know, seek out new love, and you may need some advice with how to go about that. With the Five of Wands being in reverse, I sort of just see that as there's no internal conflict. Maybe there was before, maybe just how to go about this, or how to, you know, find love. That's gone, that's out the window, and this is someone who's very driven with this new moon, and we've got Jupiter in the first house, and who wants new love, and they're literally just going to get advice as to how to do it. So that might be like a relationship counselor or something like that, or you maybe just be, you know, asking if there's anyone that your family or friends could introduce you to, making sure that, you know, you're being invited to occasions so that you're, you know, socializing and you're increasing your, there's just something here, there's a drive towards it, but you do need advice. Hostilities is in reverse, which is good, but it can suggest with Five of Wands and hostilities here that there has been some sort of fight. There has absolutely been an issue with someone. It is dissipating here. Your the Two of Wands is in reverse. And the Devil says, I sort of just feel there's someone who's not connecting with anyone who's obsessive or over the top or who wants to fight them. This is someone who wants to change up how they connect with other people. They don't want that kind of connection anymore. Maybe it's just what they naturally, you know, brought into their life. But they don't want that, and they're taking advice, or they're working out themselves. Why do I keep bringing this in? Why do I keep bringing this, you know, obsessive, competitive type relationships my way? And you don't want it. Now you do finish up with the Sun, and this is happy new beginnings. This is prosperity. This is all-round joy, vitality, and the Justice card in the upright, and the Six of Pentacles. I mean, gosh, both cards that speak of fairness, equality, and, you know, new beginnings. So if you are dealing with seventh house, no, it's the first house. If you are dealing with any sort of, you know, legal agreements or contracts, if you're waiting on, you know, a loan from the bank or a mortgage, then, you know, it has been approved. It is being offered. I just think it's incredibly positive. I can't say specifically what it's about, but it looks amazing. I think someone is very focused here, and they do need some sort of advice. But I think whatever that advice is, or whatever changes someone makes, or, you know, their determination to drive something through, the outcome is fantastic. So let's just go to, what is the wise counsel? The wise counsel is around Nellis. It's Nellis, isn't it? Nellis, the alchemist in reverse. This is you wanting to achieve something. This is wanting to transform, you know, lead into gold. This is wanting to become unstuck from something you're stuck with. Is wanting to transform something. And that's what you need the wise counsel from, because it almost feels like it's not something you're able to do yourself. So what will the little brother and little sister have to say? Well, Laguna and Iris of the Rainbows here. So this is basically saying that you need to do some soul searching. You need to do some deep diving, but you also need to get a little bit more adventurous. Literally adventurous, literally traveling. You know, expand your horizons, try something new, and that, you know, that there is hope. That this is a card of hope. This is Iris of the Rainbow. She promises a brighter future. She promises you that the worst is over. And that transformation is right there, but you need to have maybe a wee bit of patience. So that may well be their advice, but you need to be more adventurous or try something different. Try something different to how you've done it before, because it's clearly not been working. Let's see who the devil is. Yeah, this is my lovesick Romeo. So this could be an ex or just an energy that you always bring into your life here. So this would be someone who's very lustful, very erotic, very fucking obsessive. And you might attract a lot of karmic relationships that go, you know, hard, fast, and burn, you know, into a blaze of non-glory. And I think this is someone who is, you know, trying to get away from that. They want to find like something purer. You know, this is natural partner material, natural magic, and that seems to be what's coming in. So maybe it might even be enough just to realize that, you know, how you're attracting that. So Justice, the Six of Pentacles, and the Sun, which is where Scorpio's heading. Good God Almighty, best card in the deck, Singer of Transfiguration. This is a complete metamorphosis, complete transformation. It is reward, it is jackpot, and it's an entire new way of being. Amazing. Don't know specifically what it is, but it looks pretty good to me, to say the least. You've got the Sun, which is the best card in that deck, and now you've got the Singer of Transfiguration, Scorpio. Wow. So take that good advice, or at least seek it out. Show me. I mean, this literally just could be like a new relationship that just shows up in your doorstep. Scorpio's advice for the next 7 days. There we go. The lady. Reap your harvest and reward. Reap rewards and enjoy growth. That's what that card is about. See things from a higher perspective. You need to watch your ego in some way. And I think it's your ego, maybe your competitiveness. Maybe sometimes, you know, what gets your juices flowing, or what sort of arouses you, if you like, can sometimes be the competitive element of a relationship, and that's not working in terms of love relationships here. So you need to take your ego out of it. You need to zoom out, see things from a higher perspective, work out why you're bringing in what you're bringing in, and make that change, and that is going to literally transform this. Fabulous. Might be next spring, but anyway, that's your reading, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.